Hello, and welcome to my presentation on the influence of the British Empire on Pakistani culture. I am excited to teach you just a small bit of what I have learned as I studied over these two countries. As many of you might wonder, I had to first ask myself how it all started as well. So in 1600, merchants from the British Trading Company needed more places and people to trade goods with, and were given permission by the Queen to venture into India. Apparently, other countries had been bragging about the spices and the riches aplenty in this newly embarked area. Unfortunately for the Indian people, they did not see what was coming. In 1617, the British Trading Company was given permission from one of the Indian rulers to build a factory to produce their own goods for convenience. By 1756, things got heated between the French and the British, who both bought sepoys, which were Indian soldiers who served under a certain country for money. After a 7-year war, the French left India and Britain took over. After some time, Brits who were working in India for their country began to realize there were a lot of money-making opportunities to be had in this wealthy country. They made a lot of money only because they were different and were starting to make their own rules. Another reason Indians started to be concerned and a little hesitant was because of Christian missionaries who began to proselyte in the region. Hi, have you been saved? When I first picked this topic, I thought of all the ways British culture has influenced me and people I know. In this picture, you can see all types of symbols that represent this country to us. Here are a few things that came to my mind before I started digging into this project. Could Pakistan have taken something like this and made it their own? Or maybe even something like this. It even has the Union Jack on it. Instead, these are like the Toyota Corolla of Rexburg on the streets of Pakistan. The flashier and apparently the less visibility from all sides you have, the more proud you can be of your creation and the more jealous others are of it. And these poor excuses for restrooms. Imagine having a child suffering from a disease and becomes dehydrated to the point of death. It all starts and sometimes ends with these inhumane facilities that is just one cause of pain for so many innocent people in Pakistan. Or possibly this, because what country doesn't drink tea? And we all know it somehow comes from Britain. As classes became more exciting and knowledge of this region became more common, this picture stood out to me because it was something that a selfish, power-hungry country would leave behind and has now become such an important part in many people's lives in Pakistan. There have already been some positive results shown of the British settling in the India-Pakistan region in this video. Here are more great things that have left a mark on this beautiful country of Pakistan. Architecture was a big part of culture that Britain left behind. There is evidence of this still today in Pakistan, found in railway stations, colleges and universities, churches and museums. This beautiful picture is of the Salt Range building located in the Chakwal district. It was said that the engineers who worked in this building also slept there as well. Language was a barrier at the beginning of the British era in the India-Pakistan region, but now English is taught to everyone, and it is even the government's used manner of communication. It is said that Pakistani English is similar to Indian English, except for a few differences. Maybe this is the key to peace between these two countries, a unified and, may I say, the great English language. Inarguable evidence of women's rights can be seen in parts of Pakistan today. This was also an effect the British tried to leave with the Pakistani people, so that their society could run smoothly with women and men working equally to build and unify their country. Well, that's all, folks. I hope you have learned something from this presentation on the influence of the British Empire on Pakistani culture. Thank you for taking your time to enjoy this video.